Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about the content modules themselves. And we're going to begin by talking about the image rotator. And on our home page for advanced training, you can see we have an image rotator right here. And it's fading between a number of different images. This is actually, it looks a little bit more complicated than image rotator, but really, that's all that it is. What I've actually done is set up 6 different images, all with the same background, with different words on each image. And then I've placed them inside of an image rotator and set them to fade. And it brings out this nice effect. Let's take a closer look. I'm going to go ahead and activate the content builder. The content builder is up here in the upper right hand corner. As I roll over a content module, you'll notice that not only does the content module itself highlight, but any extra functionality that belongs to that content module also shows up. So for example, I can edit the controls of this image rotator here, or I can edit them here. Now there's also these arrows here that allow me to move this module around on the page. If I click and drag, now wherever I highlight, that module will then appear above, just like so. And if I highlight and I move to the outer edge, you'll see that the entire column highlights. What that actually does is moves that content module down here to the very bottom. Now we would prefer it up here at the top so that we can see it, so I'm going to go ahead and drag it back up here. And this red button with a minus sign obviously will allow you to remove this content module from the page entirely. So let's go and take a closer look at this. So we're actually using a category of images called Banner 2. And in Banner 2 images, you can see we have our 6 images that I've created. And each one of these is an image of itself. And it can have its own description if you would like. If I click on the pencil icon, you can see that here it is, the full image, and it shows what category it's in. And I can give this a description. What the description actually does is, if I click on that image now, the full image will appear with a description of it directly underneath. Now, say though that this set of images is advertising. It's maybe something else on my website, maybe another page that I might want users to go to. They may see this banner on the home page and get interested. Well, I can make this entire banner clickable, so that if I click on this and you see then the image itself, instead of showing the image, I can change that to direct you to a different URL. I do that by selecting the category, and then in this pane, pasting in the URL of the page that I want users to go to. If I check the box Open URL in a new window, well, that'll even pop up a new window with that page. And this is especially important if you're clicking to a URL that is outside of your website. That's just a common best practice. So if I save, and now I click on the image, I'm opened up to the 6 C's, which is the page within my website that I wanted to direct my users to. The Image Rotator is very versatile, and using it can really, if you use it appropriately, you can really work some magic on your website. So I encourage you to experiment, see what you can come up with. If you've taken a basic training session, you've seen how it can be used as a photo gallery. It is a very useful tool.